To all of the subscribers out there, people that like my videos and leave comments, thank you. This is a long time coming for a jobs update and information. Got a lot of stuff to cover today, from entry-level positions to medium-level positions to CDL-related stuff, welder, mechanic. We're going to search all this stuff. We're going to find everything that you guys are looking for today. So, talked about this before. Field safety representative. That can be a safety guy for a company. But see up here where it says confidential? That type of stuff I tend to ignore. Anything that says staffing service, if you want to go that direction, if you want to go that direction, cool. But I would say no, because apply direct as much as you can. The staffing services are just going to make money off of you going to work there when you could just work there yourself. Summer used to do that a lot. Summer did that a lot. That's how a lot of guys got on, was they had to go through the staffing agency through the 60 or 90 day period. Then they started working at Summer full time. That way Summer wasn't going through hiring somebody and different stuff like that. Excuse me. Anyway. What? It's got little stuff that slides. Okay. Didn't know that. Communications technician, Stallion Infrastructure Services. I've heard of Stallion Energy, but this may be somebody different. Motor vehicle records that meet fleet insurance requirements, training from a 2-year vocational school. Liberty Lift Solutions, that's a company. They rent out equipment, so they need people to check the equipment, go out to locations, make sure that the equipment is serviced, PM hours, that kind of stuff. Long stroke service technician. I think there's somebody who maintains diesel stuff, I think, but don't quote me on that. It's only one way to find out. Complete all required field paperwork for job and DOT, work with basic hand tools, maintenance, and perform inspections on equipment, So this is more of a laid back type of oil field job. It's not as intense, stressful, or there's not that much pressure on stuff like this, except when somebody needs something working and it's not working. For example, if the man lift is not working and it's the middle of the night, somebody's got to come out there and fix this man lift. We've been through stuff where it was freezing, the man lift blew a hose. Sometimes the company representative may let us tinker with some stuff to see if we can fix it. But if we can't get it fixed within a reasonable amount of time, it's like, hey, don't worry about it, call them people to come fix it. That kind of a thing. But Liberty Lift Solutions, they rent out equipment. And they rent out a lot of equipment, a lot of man lifts and a lot of different stuff. I think they lift out loaders too. Calfrac warehouse operator, local. When it says local, they want somebody who lives around that area. They're looking for the equivalent of a person that would work at AutoZone, a person that would work at Caterpillar, a parts person. That's what they're looking for with that position. That's more of you just want something to work and you live up there and you're looking for something to make some hours. And Calfrac is a great company. 10 days on, 4 days off. Yeah, you're going to be local. Because you're going to have to deal with other people. You may have to run out to vendors and pick up stuff or purchase orders, all kinds of stuff. DC Power Tong, casing hand. Assist with process of running casing on drilling rigs and workover rigs. Pay from $23 an hour. DC Power Tongs. Noble Casing, that's another one. Noble, anything you see. Noble, Neighbors, I think UTI Patterson, Precision Drilling. I don't think Pioneer is a business anymore. At least I haven't seen them. And Noble Casing has 2 positions on here. Yeah, Noble also does wireline. Noble, the trucking part, haul water and stuff. Saltwater disposal in Wofford City. Trying to think where this is at. But Gauge tanks, skim oil off the tanks. Disposal operator will be responsible for interpreting, reading, and adjusting gauges and meters, and assuring trucking tickets and paperwork is complete. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not a lot to it. It's also one of those, if they don't have a rotation. I don't remember the name of the two disposals. There's a video on my channel where I'm on the inside of one. Damn. But anyway, definitely not going to try and hold you guys up so we can keep going. But disposal work is relatively easy work. If they have a rotation, you know, awesome. You can work, or you can work through your rotation if you want. That kind of stuff. Field technician, they need somebody to come work because it doesn't say what a field technician is. As a field technician, you will play a critical role in supporting our operations by ensuring the proper maintenance, repair, and sampling of field equipment related to natural gas and crude oil. That could be anything. So pretty much somebody that can come to work. Jet pump fuel technician. Once again, Liberty Lift stuff. They maintain all kinds of stuff. Pump unit field service technician. Is that exact same thing? Ground crew line boss. S&K stack testing. Must have at least 1 year of oil field experience. Oil field 1 year preferred. Flexible schedule, 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off. What? But they want somebody to have experience, man. It says ground crew / line boss. So that means they must be looking for a whole crew of people. Pressure tester. Schedule is 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Yeah. Drive the testing unit to and from various locations. We are currently looking for pressure testers who are highly energetic individuals who are self-motivated. You don't do no work with that. I've seen y'all come out the location. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all just pump that water through that pump and make sure that stuff holds. That's it. So S&K stack testing. And since they do, I think they're a flowback company too. Because I know what pressure testing is. Ground crew line boss. When I hear line boss, I think of frack. But I don't think that's a fracking company. I think that's a... well, there's only one way to find out. But anyway, they don't have a website. But they're in Wofford City. Northern Energy Services. You see this company right here? Northern Energy Services. Shack, wherever you're at. That doggone washing machine. Hold on. Anyway, we were talking about Northern Energy Services. 100 to 120 a year, depending on experience. And they're all over the Bakken. They're also in Canada. So if you guys ever wanted to venture out there, because I know a guy, I gotta text him and see what he up to. He's up in Alaska somewhere working. So, damn washing machine. All right, we were talking about Copper Tip. This is a coil tubing company. They're looking for supervisors / operators. So it looks like they're looking for 2 different positions. Keep going, we get to Amir Technology, Equipment Operator, CDL. Does it say rotation 15 on, 6 days off, equipment operator identity, opportunities to improve service delivery and assist field and maintenance crews with preparing equipment for operations. Amir Technologies. There's Liberty Lift again. Solids Control Technician. Our staff work a 2-week on, 2-week off, Monday through Sunday, in a schedule that maximizes the amount of overtime you can earn. Our pay periods run from Monday to Sunday. What? Okay. That's a benefit in itself versus some companies having that Wednesday to Wednesday stuff that they ultimately end up getting sued for. So So some of you guys can check out Innovative Solutions. Wait a minute. Innovative Solutions. That might be a staffing agency or something. Like WorkRise. It's a staffing agency. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a staff agency. Blueprint Energy Partners, inspection hand. There may be somebody that inspects pipe and stuff. Basin trucking rental. $75 to $90 a year for a coordinator. Gas compression mechanic. Okay. Preventative maintenance. All right. Hydrovac operator, G-Style. That's another one. So for you guys out there for looking to get on, G-Style does quite a few bits. They also have a very large trucking division. What? Copper tip on there again. Nitrogen. G-Style transport hydrovac operator. We provide year-round work for positive, hard-working employees willing to work in the Williston, North Dakota area. 1+ year winter driving working experience. Insurance offered after 60 days. Nitrogen operator. Nitrogen pump operator and bulk driver. That is something nice to do in the oil field, to run nitrogen. So for any of you guys that have your CDL and you want to venture out beyond trucking, nitrogen is definitely beyond trucking, and you're probably going to fall in love with it. There'll probably be some boring parts where you're just sitting around operating some equipment or just tending to it, making sure that everything keeps running. But it is a great job. Nitrogen is a great thing to do in the oil and gas industry. Great. Driver. Matter of fact, go over. Pre-employment testing will be required and continued random program. Minimum of 6 months experience with off-highway plant and lease road driving, twin and high rate frac fluid pumps. More than likely. Well, yeah, because you may have to commingle. So you may have to run both, a nitrogen unit and a pump. It just depends on what you're going to be doing. But if they said frac pumps, then you may be filling in somewhere else too when it comes to nitrogen and copper tip. Master Natural Gas Solutions. Yeah, that's what y'all offer. You don't say what you do or what qualifications y'all want. HP Oilfield Services, CDL and non-CDL frac heater operators. Now, when I see this, I think one of two things. They're either talking about the guys that heat the water, which I don't think they are, or the heaters that go out to location in the wintertime. Yeah, it doesn't say. But H&P Oilfield Services, there's G-Style again. Wayne's Trucking, hot oil truck operator. If you got a CDL, here's another great opportunity for you. 25% pay, 25% company paid dental and vision insurance after 90 days. After your first year, you will receive 2 weeks of paid vacation. Okay, that doesn't do me any good as far as information wise. Anyway, Wayne's Trucking, Wofford City. And hot oil, like I said, is a great position for somebody that has a CDL. You're gonna go around and heat up water. That's exactly what you're gonna do. Drive around, hook up to one side of the truck, and hook up to the other side of the truck. Your fresh water is gonna come in. It's gonna go through your coil. You're gonna heat your water up, and then your water is gonna go out to the other side into the tank, and you're gonna run that until you heat all that water up. However many hours it takes, or however long it takes, that's what you're gonna do. Easy money. A job for which military experienced candidates are encouraged to apply. Doesn't say what you do, but it says that it pays good. Anchor Oilfield Services, expedited logistics. Winch driver. There's never a shortage of winch truck drivers. If you can run a winch truck, Noble Casing, bam, there you go right there. I was talking to a dude yesterday. He was asking me about a winch truck driver because he said that's what he do, that's what he like doing. I was telling him, man, North Dakota's the place, bro. Operator assistant, trainee, wireline, logging, and perforating. For all of you new guys that have never worked in the oil field, if you have never worked in the oil field and you don't know anything about the oil field, but you just know you want to go work in the oil field industry and have a career in the oil and gas industry, when you see trainee, they are talking to you. You just maybe one of 5,000 people that have applied for this talking to you. I'm just letting you know that. So your application needs to stick out and you need to have some persistence. I wish I could tell you who to call or contact, but if you can get somebody's email from Halliburton, a supervisor, an office person, somebody in Halliburton who can have your application pulled out of the mix of millions that apply every single day, then there's a good chance you're going to get a call from them, and then you'll complete going through the application and the hiring process. So just had to give y'all that spiel about Halliburton. I know that from firsthand experience. You can apply all you want. Unless you're the luck of the draw, your application sticks out. That's one. That's two. And you know somebody who can say, hey, has this person applied, to look up that applicantee's application. Anyway, Core Energy, lease operator. Does it say what they do? Yeah, the lease operator, this guy, he goes around, checks on stuff. That's the best way I can put it to you. I've never done it. I've had people explain it to me. Yeah, Cord is the company. Workrise is the temp agency. Murex Petroleum Corporation, Oilfield lease operator / pumper. Yeah, they just go around and check stuff. It's a great local job. If you live there in the area, there was a YouTuber who was on here. He was doing that, but I think he got off for safety reasons. So shout out to you, bro. If you out there watching this video, man, more power to you, and keep on going. Administrative assistant, another lease operator. That's Interplus. If you live there in the area, you know, you got your house, your family, everything. You know, you're not trying to run chase the world. Lease operator is a great position to have. Carpenter helper for roustabout services. So for some of you guys out there, bam, you got some carpentry skills. Anyway Services LLC. What the hell is that? Accrued benefits include well, whatever. Y'all don't say what y'all do. But anyway, you guys can go to Indeed and just type in oil and gas jobs or oil field jobs. 58801 is the zip code up there in Williston, and just search for 100-mile radius. Brigade Energy, Operations Support Administrator. Pipeline heavy equipment operator. For the dude I talked to at the AutoZone yesterday, this video, see that pipeline heavy equipment operator. You've already done it all. So bam, you got that. I just want to see real quick. Demonstrate the abilities to complete reporting tickets in a timely and completed fashion. Demonstrate proficiency in daily equipment startup and operating. Field lubrication technician. What the hell is that? Inspects and maintains oil and fluid levels in accordance with establishment standards for okay. It's a maintenance guy who goes out and he does PMs and stuff. Yeah. He goes around and does PMs on equipment. That's what it sounds like. He probably does a little bit more than that, but we'll just say that. Key Energy, BNG, Roustabout Services. There's also a B&G Energy that's up there too. What? Field lubrication technician, relief operator. Lease operator, TTK, lease operator, general laborer, New Park Resources, gas measurement technician helper, SPL, Williston, Crossroads, Freedom Oilfield Services. Yeah, this guy right here, he heats up the water. This guy. Perform basic vehicle maintenance tasks such as adding oil, fuel, or radiator fluid, or performing minor repairs. Rotation is 20 days on, 10 days off. What? Hell yeah. Either that or if you find something that's a 2 and 2, 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off, something so that you can get out of that area when you want to or need to and go adventure somewhere else. Also, it gives you time to kind of just, unwind. Operator, Tiger Well Services. One Oak. They're a very large company up there. They do a lot of pipeline, natural gas stuff, and they got a lot of, One Oak has they got a lot of, I can't think of what it is, but they got a lot of stuff up there. Wildlife helper, Northern Lights Energy. Workover rig, tool pusher, Dynamic Well Services. So you can apply there too. Dynamic Well Services. Also make sure you guys are going to these companies' websites and applying. For example, Dynamic Well Services. That's going to be in your workover rig range. I don't think they drill, but I'm not 100% sure. Ranger does wireline and workover rig. And I think it's two separate divisions, but don't quote me on that. So as far as applying for these companies, don't go asking from the very beginning, do y'all provide housing? Because some of the companies may provide housing. They're just not going to provide it to you because you don't work there. I'm speaking from personal experience. There are companies that'll tell you no, they don't have housing when you ask. Then once you get to going through the application process, or once they send out the offer letter, they'll let you know that they have housing available if you need it. They're not just advertising to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that they have housing somewhere for you to live at. I hope y'all understand what I mean by that. Key Energy. So there's a lot of options there. Badger Tank and Pressure Vessel. Panther. I think I saw them on here. Precision Well Services. Man, you got a lot of options up here, man. And look at all this stuff. 10 days ago. A day ago. ProPack. ELG Pipeline Technician. Okay. Position will be filled at a level commensurate with experience. Perform field activities on the pipeline, including corrosion control, system integrity pipeline, pinging, and condensate recovery. You go out there and you monitor the pipelines and stuff. It's an easy job. Great for local people. Go back. Field technician, Tallgrass. I've heard of them up there. I think they do water. I think Tallgrass is a water transfer company. Yeah, I think they're water transfer. So all this stuff where you see roustabout, you see assistant, especially if you see something that says trainee, up talent, ignore that. You're not applying to up talent. If it says coil tubing operator and it says Williston, then type in coil tubing operator, type in Williston, and go apply directly to the company. Magnum cementing. Cementing is another good part of the oil field you guys can get into. It's that, I want to say it's in the very beginning part of the oil field, but you'll go from job to job to job to job to job. As far as like wells, like you'll just go well to well to well, just banging out the cementing, just cementing the well, pumping the cement down, pump it down, it comes back up, and that's it. Rig out, go to the next one, and you'll be rolling. Magnum Cementing Services Operations. Bulk driver. What? Weatherford. Now that's something great if you are working in the area. They have a few different kinds of things that they do at Weatherford. Weatherford does a lot of wellhead stuff. So Weatherford would have shop guys, I guess it would be shop operator or something like that, where they'll just maintain the equipment that's coming back in for services. Then they have on here, which are field operators. Field operators will go out, they'll grease well heads, check to make sure that the well can open and close, make sure that stuff is in date, make notes for equipment to be changed for anything that's expiring and needs to be retested, that kind of stuff. Or you may be taking stuff out to location to replace other stuff. So Pat's off-road equipment operator. Anytime you see hiring multiple candidates, this is on Indeed. All candidates are required to pass pre-employment urine analysis, motor vehicle check for driving company pickup trucks, and background screens. Use power tools and hand tools. What was the name of that again? Pat's Off-Road. I think these guys do the when they're building the well pad, I think that's what they do. SPL, Liquid Measurement Technician. Maintenance of tools and equipment, troubleshoot and repair measurement related equipment. This position is responsible for operating various types of liquid provers without direct daily supervision. Rocky Mountain crude oil driver. They're always looking for those. Badlands Contracting. Roustabout crew pusher. Operations specialist. Kinder Morgan. Gas plant operator. True Oil. MSO pipeline operator. Wyoming Casing is another one for you guys that are new to the oil field. If you never worked there, it's probably going to be some hard work, but you'll catch on. Dynamic Well Service. Oh, okay. I know who these guys are. The place I worked at, we rented a horsepower from them when ours took a crap. Must have a valid CDL driver's license with proper endorsements required for the type of vehicle operated. Issued by the state of residence. Perform all duties in compliance with the customer and safety standards. I guarantee that's what was coming after that. So Dynamic Well Services. Also, don't forget, it's either Panther Pressure Services or Panther Pump Services or something like that. Water Transfer Technician. Great for you new guys. You new guys ain't never worked in the oil field. Water transfer is where you should spend your first winter. You should get chewed out for letting water freeze over in -30. Everybody should have that happen to them at least once. Iron Technician at Caterpillar. Most national holidays off with pay. Globally, we deliver engineered oil field and drilling equipment repair and certification, mechanical and rotating equipment repairs and upgrades, rapid prototyping. I believe you. You are Caterpillar for a reason. Precision Well Services. Work over rig, derrick hand. Halliburton again, service operator active 1 day ago. So you guys see, everybody's pretty much hiring up here. Targa, pipeline. So for you guys that want to do pipeline, bam, there you go. BNG Oilfield Services, Roustabout, Kinder Morgan, Energy Transfer, Family Partnership, Rail Operator, Epping. That's the place where they load the oil on the trains. So this place, Energy Transfer Family of Partnerships, that's probably a temp agency, because there's a company that runs this, whether it's called a rail operator or it's called a transloader. Those are two relatively easy oil field positions, because you're just pulling the trains up, loading them, pulling the next train up, loading it. That's all you're doing. But guys, I think we went through quite a bit today. Atlantic Energy Partners, equipment operator, participates in pre-tour and toolbox meeting with all members of the rig crew, is always fully compliant with the requirements of the QHSE policy standards, and wears required personal protective equipment. That is who again? Atlantic Energy Partners. Make sure it's an actual company. I think we already went over warehouse guy. I think we went over SPL. What? Creek transport driver. If I'm not mistaken, and Creek is the same way it was when I worked there, Creek still has company housing. The last time I talked to a guy at Creek, he said they charge $400 a month or something like that for the housing. But all you do, you just go out, fuel up the equipment. You may have a route where you're going to go and you're going to fuel stuff up. If it's full, don't worry about it. Or if it's got a little bit of space, put some fuel in it. That's it. It's easy. And I'm pretty sure they probably have these exact same CDL hazmat jobs around where you're at somewhere. But this is one that's in Oilfield. They also have ones where you fuel up stuff on the frac location. You just go fuel stuff up, and that's it. If I applied today, I'd be working next week. But that's different. I still know people that work there. I don't have any of their phone numbers, though. Service operator, cementing, Almer's construction, Stallion. Guys, I think I'll run through enough for you guys. So, heavy haul truck driver. I think this is enough to get you guys started. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down there. If there's anything more, go over to my Facebook page and give me a message on Messenger, because there's more than likely I'll see that. I also see the comments too. Messenger is just like, for like a longer conversation, Messenger is better. Enter plus. So, same YouTube channel as always, JPTV3000. Holler at you guys later. I'm out of here. Indeed.com for your job search. Type in Oilfield and the zip code, or Oilfield and the area. So if it's Midland, Odessa, Texas, you're going to type in Midland, Odessa, Texas, 100-mile radius. There ain't nothing else around Midland, Odessa, Texas, except Oilfield. So that's all you're really going to get, especially when you put Oilfield in there. Do the same thing for Douglas, Wyoming, and I want to say Brighton, Colorado. If you do a 100-mile radius between the two of those, you should catch all of the oil and gas companies. I will let you know that when you go out to Colorado, there's a different quality of people working out there. A different quality of, I'm trying to think how to put this. My past 5 years in the oil field, I've worked at two different companies. The same thing went on in Colorado at both companies. Colorado was screwing around. They come get our equipment that we got working, take it back, tear it up, then bring it back, and now we got to fix it. Everybody knows this. It's like a running joke up there. So just letting you guys know that if you go work in Colorado. I've worked in Colorado. I've met great people. I've had great experiences in Colorado. They do a lot of stuff different as far as on well site policies. They can be a lot more strict. It's a lot more who knows who buddy stuff, if you understand what I'm saying. But you guys that worked in the oil field, y'all can explain some more in the comments if you want. But I'm going to leave this right here at fuel transport driver, Creek Energy Services. There's a lot more companies than this. They're just not listed. So, same YouTube channel as always, JPT.